Now we are here with T.A. Cunningham, 24/7 sports number 4 player in the nation. Now for the class of 2024 out of Johns Creek High School in Georgia. T.A., thank you for joining me today.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. All right, well, let's begin first off for you. A really big couple of days. Rivals put you as one of their top players in the country, top 10 there, 24/7, has got you as the number 4 player. When you hear these rankings, what was your reaction?
It's always a blessing to kind of have that status, but at the end of the day, it's a ranking, not like an offer or anything like that. So I just keep the main thing the main thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, and when you look at the way that you view the rankings, obviously, it's a big deal nationally getting these numbers. But for you, in terms of the rankings, people say, okay, who is T.A. Cunningham? How would you answer that question? How would you describe who you are and what makes you you?
Killer. I feel like I have a high motor. And one thing is when the play starts, I'm going to play from snap to whistle. And sometimes, and to my downfall, kind of, I'll go before the whistle sometimes too. So it doesn't matter if the play's on, the play's off, whatever. I'm always just go 110% wherever I play, whenever I play.
For sure. Yeah, and when we look at overall the fans that are following you, you already had a following, of course, from the time that you spent at Johns Creek and what you've done there already. But now
Right.
There's more and more attention coming your way. So as more fans are tuning into you and who you are, what is your message to them, or what is your message to the football community?
I really just appreciate all of them. I've been getting a lot of love from a lot of schools lately. I'm not really gonna name names, but one school in particular, they've been showing a lot of love. They know who they are. But yeah, I'm appreciative and I'm thankful for them.
Definitely. When it comes to recruiting, your name, of course, being one of the biggest out there and the biggest in the state of Georgia for your class. When people wonder what kind of school are you looking for, what are you looking for in a school, what are some things that kind of come to mind for you, or things that will be important to you down the stretch?
I look at a lot of things. I look at the coaches, where the coaches played, and not only where they've played, because some people may be great coaches, but they weren't that too good of players. But I just look at who they put in the league, because that's the end goal. I look at the facilities and stuff like that, rehab, all of the stuff to keep you healthy. And then, God forbid, you injure yourself, the people that are going to be able to put you in the best position to heal up fast. We look at, me and my dad, we look at the endowment of the school. We look at the alumni. We look at a lot of stuff that other recruits don't really look at. For example, we look at like the location of the school for NIL opportunities too, because that's a big part of the game now too. So it's a lot of stuff that we look at really. I wouldn't really put it on like one specific criteria. It's a lot of criteria really.
For sure. Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense, of course. And for you, when you say that you have a little different approach than other recruits, what do you mean by that? Like, what are some examples?
For example, I already know what I kind of want to do in college. I kind of want to go into something sports marketing and sports management related. And the way I see it, I spend a lot of time sacrificing with football compared to like a normal kid just living a normal life. So I don't want that to all be in vain. God forbid I injure myself and it's something I can't come back from. So I kind of wanted to be able to go into something like marketing or something like that, where I can use my abilities on the field to kind of help me off the field. So that's part of the criteria too. Like we'll look at the marketing programs at the school. Like for example, Oregon has a great marketing program. They have a marketing school inside of a marketing school, like specifically for sports marketing. So that's something that we would look at too.
That's really cool. Okay, so you talk about marketing in terms of of course, other brands, but you've got your own personal brand that you're building as well. And you're off to a
Right.
good start, of course, right now. So when you look at your brand and the different aspects of TA Cunningham, your online presence, or these different kinds of things, what type of brand are you trying to build? What type of brand are you trying to build, or what are you trying to be known for with your brand?
Um, really, like the first thing I said, violence, like on that field. But I want people to know also I can turn it off. Like it's a switch. I can turn it on and off, get off the field. A lot of people say I'm really respectful and all that. So I want people to know I could turn it off, but on the field, definitely violence. Like, yeah, I don't do no friends, none of that on the field.
Got you. Yeah, and it's definitely clear for you that you're unique both on and off the field in the way that you play and the way that you go about things. You're your own person. So, who are some people that have influenced you or helped you develop into who you are today?
Um, I'd give a lot of credit to my dad. He's always kind of been hard on me. And when you're younger, you kind of don't understand it for real, but like now it's starting to all kind of make sense. Um, I'd also think like Coach Story, he's one of my mentors in a sense. He takes me to like a lot of my visits and stuff like that. His name is Charles Story. He actually helps like a lot of kids with their recruitment and stuff like that. I'd like to thank him really, and then like in the league, really, I don't really have a role model in the league. I don't really try to have a role model for real because I'm gonna try and be the best me. I don't really want to model my game after anybody. I kind of just want to be different.
For sure. Okay. Well, for you being ranked number 4 in the country, obviously you've got a lot of things together and a lot of things that you've been doing right. But in terms of your development, what are some things that you're focused on or things that you feel like you can do better as you go?
I feel like my get off has improved a lot. I feel like still just being honest because I'm honest with myself. I don't really sugarcoat. Nobody in my circle really sugarcoats. But being honest, I feel like one thing I'm still working on is staying low, especially with how tall I am. But the actual get off itself and my stance, I feel like that's improved greatly. And that was pretty much an easy fix. I feel like I've gotten stronger too. So that kind of goes into the get off because once I use the get off, then it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't just get in a stalemate with an offensive lineman. You don't want to just like sit there wrestling with them. So the strength aspect was super important too.
For sure. Okay. And then when you look forward, what are some of your off-season plans, whether it's camps or visits or anything that you're able to share or things that you've got coming up?
Mm. I don't know if I have anything set in stone yet, but I will say like most likely I'll be taking a visit to Oklahoma soon.
Okay.
I could say the date, but I'd say soon.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. And then going forward, when you look at things, whether it's on the field or off the field, what would you like to accomplish in your life or what are the goals that you have?
Um, really, I just want to be in the position to like a lot of kids. They'll say they want to be rich, they want to be this, they want to be that. When I look at money, I really use it as like a tool to kind of better other people's lives as well as my own. But I really just want to be in the position to be able to give back to everybody that supported into me growing up.
I see. Yeah. So let's say hypothetically, when it comes to money, if you were to have $100,000 when you make it big and you want to spend that money to help people, what's a cause that you would support or what would you want to do with that money to serve that greater purpose?
I don't really know. I might start my own charity, but I'm not really too sure what the charity would go towards. Maybe something having to do with underprivileged youth. I'd like to donate to schools and stuff so I can make sure the kids get a good education, get books, all that stuff. Because I know some schools, they don't really have like the books and the resources that a lot of schools do. Because I've been in situations where I've been on like both sides of that spectrum with the schools that may be Title One compared to like a Johns Creek. So I've been on both sides of that spectrum. So I want to give back to kind of try and make that more equal.
Got you. And for people that have to work through different kinds of adversity, whether it's different schools or different environments or things like that. For you, like you say, having been through some different things in your time, what would you give as advice, or what would your message be to younger guys or people even your own age that would love to be in your shoes and would love to be in the position that you are?
Really just don't give up. Like, it's gonna seem hard and some things feel like there's no other like exit or there's no way out. But um I just put my trust in God, trust in your family, stuff like that, trust in the people around you to help you because you can't do everything on your own. A lot of people say like, "Oh, I'm self-made." I don't really feel like anybody's 100% self-made. Like, I feel like I've done a lot of stuff myself, but I'm still not like self-made. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because there's always God, and then there's always those people around you too. So trust in the people around you, and make sure you got the right people around you to do it too.
definitely. Well, TA, congrats on all the success. Thank you for your time. It's great talking with you.
For sure. Thank you for having me.